Oh, thank you very much.
Can you share what is your name and what are you doing here?
No problem. Hello everyone, I'm Harry and I'm currently an undergrad student in China. So recent days I'm traveling to San Francisco to attend an academic meeting in San Francisco.
Nice.
And I'm very fortunate to meet Lily today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also share the house together.
Thank you. Tell me what's your dream in life?
Well, that's always like sometimes for me it's like maybe a very large question for me. I think from a not very realistic perspective, what I want to do is to fulfill my personal pursuit in scientific research and art, and also I would like to transform as much as transform the bad aspect of the society as much as I can, and also benefit as much people as I can. So as for how to achieve that, my dream was probably by enterprise, like on some areas that I'm interested in. Like for example, you can make up a business, like utilizing my own expertise in some field to
change life.
Yeah,
and make the world a better place.
Yeah, I think you make a very good conclusion on what I'm saying.
Because we all have 24 hours in a day.
Absolutely.
And then what we wanted to do is it's pointless if you don't know where you want to go. Yeah. So you just study and doing things. Just it's like a competition. If you have a destination, life is a lot easier. Yeah. So I think a lot of parents, that goes to the leadership and the entrepreneurship, is that you have to do something to show, including your parents. They should, since you're little, they should let you know what you want to be, and then focusing in what you like and what makes you happy. Because if you do something that is you're not happy with, just because the society said everybody study computer, everybody study to become a doctor or lawyer and all of that, then you're no different than you're one of the blue sea dot.
Yeah.
And then you have to think about, you want to be, and that's what I teach my kids when they're little. You can either be the queen of the ants, or you can just be the ants, just work really hard for everybody. And then with the technology and the AI that's coming, it's already here. You're gonna see a lot of jobs gonna be obsolete.
Yeah.
So what can you think of? Because you're from the most elite Chinese school universities in China. What do you think in the future, for a lot of the young students, would they be able to have a job in what field, that the job will stay after the AI and technology robot comes?
Okay.
Which one do you think?
So from my perspective, I think the advance and the widespreading of AI happening right now and in the future is definitely gonna be something comparable to a industrial revolution in the history that transforms the way that our society works and how everybody makes its own living. So from my perspective, that's an ideal way, or we say a good solution in this revolution, is that we can substitute most of the labor intensive and most of the non-creative jobs or occupations that a lot of maybe more than half of the people on the planet are working on right now. Yeah. And ideally we can make them do what they are talented on. For example, if they are for example, let's just make let's just like talk about in China, for example, a lot of students cannot actually work on what they are really loving to do, but they are just choosing randomly on or following the instructions from their parents, from the media to work on economy, studying management, or like studying computer science, but they're actually working like kind of like a machine in the society. And
that is not good.
Yeah, this is not a good way. So an ideal solution for that kind of revolution is that they can kind of on a higher way of like on a higher position at the distribution of the role of the society, where the lower surface are like all the work are done by the AI or by the robots, but they are like monitoring or controlling or managing on a higher level. Yes. And that's an ideal way, an ideal solution. But like for a revolution or for something, any form that is that transformable, there might be some bad outcomes if we are not, or if there doesn't exist somebody feeling very responsible for this to do, it might go to the bad solution. I mean.
So my question to you is that what do you see, which field, in the majors, because you're coming from the most elite university,清华大学, what do you think that one field will not be substituted by the AI, and then the rest of it, if they, because I can give you an example, computer. Unless you're a computer major, unless you're super creative, you think you're gonna find a job because the computer learns everything in a few seconds with AI.
Yeah.
So do you think that they will have a job?
Well, this is actually a very difficult question to answer. Like if you are asking an absolutely expert person in the industry or in the academia about this question 5 years ago,
yes.
He might actually give an answer that is similarly wrong when we look at it right now. Okay. Maybe like 5 years ago, when there is no large language model, there's no AlphaGo or AlphaFold or something like that, maybe they will think that the most intelligent required occupations like a professor, like an accountant, or even like a software developer is gonna be more like kind of like they're like for them they think this is very intelligent required, so they're not gonna be substitutes. But right now we can see that a lot of algorithms can write own softwares, they can do a lot of designs, they can do a lot, construct a lot of operations that's very complicated.
Yes.
And also another example is about art and music.
Yes.
Yeah, another group of people 5 years ago thought that maybe the technical part could be substituted by the AI, but AI do not have a personal mood, so they think the people that are working on literature, working on art, working on music, they're not going to be substituted. But right now we actually have a lot of very good music generators or like art image generators that are like generating very realistic images, very realistic arts right now. So conclude what I'm saying about I think it's never gonna be predicted accurately, but possible solution, possible outcome is that actually, if you are dividing the type of occupation based on the areas or based on the disciplines, there does not exist any of the occupation that is absolutely indispensable. But it depends on how you act or what you're really working on in this area makes you indispensable or not, I think.
Okay, my question is because from a article that I read, 60% of the students in China are into computer science. So my question to you is, in the next few years, do you think they're gonna have a hard time finding jobs, or the next 5-10 years, would they still have a job, for that 60% of the graduates? Do you think they have a job? No, it's pretty simple.
Well, I'm thinking.
I'm talking about all 60.
Mm-hmm. I like to think it that way. if the technology was developing like as we hope, like it's developing fast, it doesn't reach a ceiling of
But right now, you already have a difficulty finding jobs.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
simple to answer the question because
Yeah,
because
maybe if you're
it's
consider
your
all the
living.
students, it's already very hard right now, and in the future it's not gonna be easier. Like for now, right now.
Not
like,
only not going to be easier because right now the student graduate after they graduate they still can work with the company to train the AI. So every
So
year
you're
it
afraid
progress so fast.
that they're in the future that AI can train the AI themselves, that they don't need a human supervision or something.
Human supervision is one computer can watch the whole thing. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
so how many people out there looking for job? And that's another question. You know, with AI and robots can do so much because in China, I also learned that China is very advanced because yesterday I have someone ask me, Lily, is our train, you know, in United States, is our train very behind? I say, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're so behind because China's bullet train. You know, Chinese bullet train and then the building and everything else, you're leapfrog, you know, and then we're way behind. So I say, when I was in China 5 years ago, I don't see the road, you know, the pothole. You're in San Diego right now, you can see all the potholes. And then 5 years ago, I ran for the US City Council so that I can fix the potholes, right? And then I met with my opponent this past Monday. I said, what happened? You know, the pothole's still there. It's so simple, you know, for a solution.
It's about efficiency.
It's about efficiency and the ability of government getting things done.
Okay, yeah.
So that's something that you know, I'm thinking, you know,
so you think that China would have the capability to like implement very advanced AI on a lot of areas, especially on computer science. So the procedure is gonna run very fast. So maybe within 5 years or even within 3 years, there will be a lot of occupation, like a lot of people out of work because of the.
For the computer side, absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely, because you know, in the restaurant, I also read that some of the restaurant using the robot to cook, $8,000 for the robot to cook, and then they try to sell it to the United States. And I asked the restaurant owner, and I think 2007, I have someone, it's called Coffee Primo, and they showed me the owner is an Italian chef that makes really good ice cream. Oprah Winfrey, Britney Spears, all the Hollywood stars goes to his restaurant. It's called Coffee Primo in Sunset Boulevard. So they invited me to their restaurant and then they showed me the whole kitchen. And that was 2005 or 2006 at that time, right? I went to the kitchen, there's nobody there. It's tiny,
already automatic.
Yeah, 1.5 minute, 1 minute and a half. They can get a dish out. But before they show me, they order, you know, I order anything on the menu, and then they send it to me, and after I finish, they say, how is it? I say, pretty good. Then they show me the kitchen. And that was 2005. But outside people didn't know that.
It's also a hidden training that we've discussed prior to this live streaming. Like a lot of things that it's already happening.
Yeah,
earlier,
it's already happening,
most of the
but
people
we're teaching people to think. We're giving the facts, you know, to people to understand so that they don't stuck, so that they can actually, you know, the critical thinking. You know, you think about, like earlier we discussed a lot of things, but I'm just giving you the example that it was something so easy. And in Chinese, Deng Xiaoping in 1978, he said, it doesn't matter you're white cat, black cat, as long as you can catch a mouse, you're a good cat, right? So it goes back to the government here. You know, because it's for the well-being of majority, right? So China is very advanced, and I don't see any potholes yet. You know, while I was there the whole time, there's no such a thing pothole there, right? Why is it China has no pothole, but United States supposedly the most advanced and powerful country and the second largest city in the whole California, San Diego, potholes everywhere. You're gonna see it today. And then you're gonna see how they patched it up. It was so disgusting and awful. And that is the finest city in the United States. And whose fault is that? Because people pay taxes, we pay a lot of taxes, and then we do have a lot of big budget, and that's why I run. You know, it's how people use money, right? So for your own well-being in the future, if you think the government today cannot fix the two basic fundamental human decency, and I mean human rights, the pothole and the homeless. If anyone cannot fix it, they should step down. They should be in office. No such a thing as full term. You know, voters. If you truly care about your living. Did you know my car has the lifetime alignment because all the potholes shock you every time the tires. And there's so many. And then the pothole that they fill, few days later, it's gone again. And then, so I asked him that question. I said, don't you want to have a legacy? You know, I have the solution. And then he said, no, you have to go through the bidding and all this. Then I said, go through the bidding. You have a company that guarantee that I'm gonna get this section of the pothole done. It's so easy, right? So life is very easy. It's point A to point B. So the point B problem is the pothole, and point A is that we have money, we have the manpower, but why isn't now it's 4 years since my running. I lost.
But the problem was not so. If you won, maybe.
And when you go to because if I don't solve the problem, I'm gonna find out what's stopping it. If you say you don't have money, then I can mobilize all the citizens to take care of their front house pothole. Simple, right? And then the road, then we have companies. We pay the car tax. We pay every year registration fee. There's a lot of money everywhere.
But we didn't know how this money was spent.
Exactly. And that's what frustrates me, right? And that's why, when people, if you have a W-2 and in the future you cannot be guaranteed, the society is gonna be totally shift, and God give all of us talent. You know, like earlier I told you, including the cripple, including the disabled, including anybody, we all have a talent in us. If you can eat, you can sing, you can speak, you have a talent. If you cannot do any of that, if you can walk, you can move your body or upper body or legs, you can do something. You see what I mean? And then we have a lot of programs that helping the disabled. They're well taken care of. And then when it comes to the healthcare, comes to you're in the biology because you want people to live healthy, right? Then you're gonna start the prevention. Because yesterday I was told something about, they tell the children not to exercise and don't stop eating sweet. Just take the Wegovy. It makes you lose weight. Wegovy,
it's
right?
a kind of medicine or something?
Yeah, it's something new because before this company is a $1 trillion company.
I know what it is.
In Denmark, right? So, and my daughter-in-law was telling me, and she said, "What in the world they're teaching us? You can still exercise. You don't need to exercise. You can still eat all the junk food you want. Just take that medication and you can lose weight." That is not good. That is not good. So if you invented that kind of drug to do that, that is not good, because human, you need to exercise, you need to work, you need to have a quality life versus quantity life. It's not about, because in China, I have friends that when they're young, their husband, two of my girlfriend's husband have cancer. One commits suicide. At 30, I believe 36, he commits suicide because he didn't want to
bring burden to the family.
Because it was so expensive.
Yeah, quite
back then. So I don't know today, but in the United States, if you have if you're low income, you don't need to pay a dime and you have the best service because there's no discrimination when it comes to medical. In the hospital, we'll take care of you with the best doctor because I see a lot. And then in this country, the senior are well taken care of. Any poor, you got to be poor though. But if you're in the middle class, you have to pay, the 20% after the deductible. The insurance company will pay. But again, there's another solution for it. We do have solutions. So if people saying that, United States have the healthcare is not good, I think it's the best. We have the best because, the poor is well taken care of. It's just that the world never knew that. And the seniors are well taken care of. The poor seniors though. So the middle class is the one that, they will.
Because you were paying to the insurance or you're paying to the.
No, the government will take care of the seniors, the government. Okay. That's another big budget. Because I helped, when I was running for the city council, I got to know the seniors because I need their vote, right? So I serve in the wealthy senior center, and then I serve in the poor senior center. So the poor senior center, the government pays them $78 a day. $78 providing breakfast and lunch and the transportation for them to have a good life. So there's a business there because I was working for one. And then we pick up the seniors. And a lot of seniors don't even want to go.
Yeah.
So, but that's where the, part of the money. So when you say US is not good in health, in a lot of people's eyes, it's not true.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, including me, were not informed what you.
Yeah, because people don't talk about it.
Yeah, maybe people don't talk about it, and maybe also because of the
I
media.
was there.
Yeah.
I was there, and then that's why it goes back to the media because in Chinese we always, people. That's another thing that the different cultures, because a lot of the Chinese students coming to this country, they still have the Chinese culture being humble. If you're being humble in front of an interview, you lose not a lot, you lose almost all of it.
Yeah.
Because they don't want a person that doesn't.
That seems medium. They don't want a medium. They want an outstanding figure.
Yes. The same go to you're gonna apply for the PhD program.
Probably in the best university in the United States.
Yeah, the best university. So again, we went over it because I don't want you to be the blue sea like everyone else going through all this process. I want you to be the outstanding one, and that's what Panda and me, the leadership and entrepreneurship guides you. You have to be outstanding. You have to be when the admission officer pick up your application, immediately catch their eyes that you are different.
Yeah.
They must have you. If they don't have you, it's a big loss. They're gonna regret. And then from today on, what you can do is which university that you really want to go, select the priority and hashtag, dream. Don't say I hope. Don't say maybe. Because the universe only recognizes one power. And it will bring the attraction, because my whole life, that's another thing I wanted to teach is that once you believe something so strongly, like the example that I gave you earlier, this property, I own it. When I talk about it, I feel like I own it, and I will own it. I haven't even seen it.
That's a very powerful attitude, I think.
There's a book, it's called The Secret.
Yeah, I know that.
That's exactly the same. That's why I create one of my business partner before, a former business partner in La Jolla. She came to me and said, Lily, I just finished reading that book. I said, oh, my whole life, everything I dream that I want, it happened. So I wanted to do something, right? So I invented the bracelet, and she liked it. She said, okay, because her belated husband owns 600 gold gems. So she said, I want to invest, and let's partner. I'm 52, you're 48, because you're sweat equity. I am just like that. There's no such a thing business plan or anything. That's another thing that I said, because one of my friend, a great friend, one day I'm gonna invite him to be with us. He's not here, he's in DC. Long time ago, he taught me because he's a equity fund manager that they manage over $6 billion, and he only invests in the innovative, sustainable businesses for African American. So, and he told me a long time ago, he said, Lily, because I have a lot of business plan, people come to me, right? And I don't even read them. And then he said, me too, because anything before, that was a long time ago, like 10, 15 years ago, he told me, he said, Lily, anything over 10 pages, I toss. I don't even bother to read, because 100% of the business is never according to that plan.
Absolutely.
And then, and yesterday, I have one of the kids supposed to be here today, that is my goddaughter, and she's running a YouTube channel for a speech contest. And I wanted to teach her today, right? And her mom asked me, how? I say, it's not about how. It's not about the standard how. It's about how when we're doing it. So everything we're here, I'm teaching them how to do it. And then you set a goal, for example, next month, she wants 10 people compete. There's 300 million people in United States.
Yeah.
You tell me you cannot find 10 people to commit to learn to make the world a better place. You see what I mean? To learn and then also build up the fan base for you. You tell me there's not. And then this is why we're here, so that I can teach her how to tell great stories. Because when I ran for the US Senate 2 years ago, I lost again too. And it was about the tax cut. I did use the TikTok for the first time in February, TikTok.
Yeah.
So I create my first video that I created with the student that I'm training them, that running my campaign. They told me the next day, I was in the car, I just say, if you're in the car, no professional, I never learned anything about it. I just record it. I say, if you're single and making $45,000, you'll overpay $9,000 taxes. And that's why, I'm running so that I can save you that $9,000. Just imagine how much you can spend.
Yeah.
I just say that, 15 seconds, right?
Yeah.
The next day, the kids say, oh my gosh, Lily, your video went viral.
Okay.
Just like that, and then my daughter has a friend, wanted me to be the mentor, because he does the day trading and makes a lot of money, and then he wanted to teach the students. So I met him because he's from Irvine, 33. He was 33 back then. And then he said, can I bring my girlfriend? I said, sure. So we met at La Jolla. And then I asked him, I said, what do you want in life? He said, I want to, teach people to earn more money so that they can become, comfortable and living a comfortable life. I said, that's too small. Why don't you run for the US president? And then, because doesn't matter if you lose or win, you make a difference because your people hear you. You see what I mean? What did you get to lose?
You don't lose anything.
What did you get to lose, right?
Yeah.
And he said, sure. So I say, because I want to hold them accountable. So I did a 15-second, and that video also almost 1 million hit. Just like that. no professional, no education, no teaching, nothing at all. I know nothing about, you know, the how to angle, how to the lighting and all of that. That's BS. If you have a good content, if you have something that people wanted to see, it doesn't matter how you film it.
Yeah.
Right? So it goes back to the Xiaoping, doesn't matter you're white cat, black cat, as long as you can catch mouse, you're a good cat.
Yeah.
Right? And then people, the rule, we make rules so that people can break.
Yeah.
And for the good things though, not for the bad things. But then there's too many rules. When you have too many rules, I believe that's why I'm running for the Senate too, is that every single new law that created, we need to abolish 3 old laws. Because the book has to be small.
I see.
When a society, if all of us knows how to manage ourselves, we don't break law. We don't need that many laws.
Yeah.
We need to be free. And that's what this country, you know, United States was founded based on that. You know, freedom of to do things, not to be, you know, I'm scared right now if I say something offended to another skin color or to anybody. You know, I'm not intentionally to hurt anybody, and I never in my heart to hurt anybody. But I have to think twice when I speak and how to use my words.
Yeah. So that's not fully freedom.
That's not freedom, because you cannot say a lot of things. That is not freedom.
But is that partially the case when you're using the social media currently in the United States? Just like when back in China when we talked about politics, we have to consider a lot.
Similar.
Well, I think
Yes.
it's similar.
Yeah, similar. See?
Yeah.
That's where the country, you know, we make it that way now because you know, they want to have a new law. So each time when they have a new law, I want them to take 3 old laws off. Yeah. And then tell us why you want this law, so that the whole country have to follow. Why? And then we vote the law into it. So, and then also, you know, there's many ways to run. The government, we don't need a big government. You know, when I went to the city council's office, if I would have won, I would have A staff to work with me. And then with A staff, you know how much money?
Yeah.
And we have 9 city council for San Diego, 1 million or so people. We have 9 city council, and each city council have A staffs.
Wow.
And
That's
then when
a lot of people.
and then they get paid a lot.
Yeah.
We're there not to get paid a lot. We're there to serve. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You see how much money we saved? Right there. Do we need that? No. And then all we have to do, you know, we have now with the AI and machine learning, we have problems. Anybody can solve that problem. You run the office. If you can't solve the problem, you're in office now, 1 year later, if none of the problems solved, all I need is two big ones. Fix the pothole so that no car will be damaged. And we have a decent road, you know, the fundamental infrastructure. This is the finest city in the world. And then the homeless. We have about over 8,000 homeless. When you go to the convention, you're gonna see homeless everywhere.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Okay. But I heard it's already like much fewer compared to San Francisco or Los Angeles, because it's already a very big city compared to.
Oh, you're gonna see it yourself today.
Okay.
Tomorrow when you go.
I'm going there today actually.
Then you're gonna see it, and then you can take pictures and show me. You say, oh, Lily, I see the homeless and then the potholes. You know, it is a true problem, right? Then all we have to do today is that to find a San Diegan that is willing to take the lead, which is we have an election coming, right?
Yeah.
The new candidate mayor, Larry Turner. I'm gonna send that to him. I'm gonna send a video to him. If he can do this, we vote for him. If he cannot, we don't vote for anyone because I don't want, I know the current mayor and he worked with us a lot for the House of China, but I just want solution because I'm a solution driven person. Including if me today, if I don't help you to make your life more clear and better, I just waste your time and I apologize. And the same for the viewers, if they watch our video today, and if they don't get anything out of our conversation, I can only say I'll do it better next time.
Yeah.
Because
We're
I
trying
will
not to make
continue.
it pointless, but
100%, because everything that we do, we only have 24 hours again.
yeah.
If we don't help other people make their life better, then we waste our time. Or otherwise, it's meaningless to me, because God give you the chance. It's a miracle, it's a magic that we live in this beautiful world, that we experience all these things.
Your experience and your living, you need to utilize
Good
this.
food, happiness,
Yeah.
even sadness, because only you taste the bitterness and sadness, you appreciate the goodness.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
You need to have both actually in your life.
Exactly, to balance. So that's why I think, overall life should be peace, and that's why a couple of days ago I created the Panda Society. Panda Society is that we live harmoniously with one another. There's no war, because every day Ukraine war that stays, every day young people die, and people died for no reason. And that goes back to, it's not because people ask me who should I vote. I say I'll vote for the person that can stop the war. It goes back to Deng Xiaoping's, doesn't matter your white cap, black cap,
Solution driven.
solution. If you can stop the killing, that person should be the leader.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, but that's what I wanted to teach, how we can start doing things, because like in your school, a lot of students, they might be looking for jobs, but in United States, for example, at law school, UCLA, because I have two that graduated there, the first year the big law firm come to hire you. The first year, 1/3.
So the situation is quite different actually. Like
In China, do they do that?
I'm not pretty sure, but I think it's a widespreading worries on the occupation for most graduate students.
Why? So no company will come to pre-pick?
No, they will come to
Pre-hire?
but I'm not sure, because first I haven't experienced that before, so and hopefully not, right? And
When
secondly,
are you graduating?
I'm graduating next year, June.
Okay.
Next year, but I'll directly transfer to the PhD program in the United States, so I'm not really gonna experience the hiring and applying the procedure in China.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite widespreading, even in the best universities in China. I think that's very, very abnormal, because it's not what a normal society should work when the good companies, a lot of companies are also under a very big burden of making a very good output on their running. So they will definitely need a lot of excellent students.
Yeah.
But on the other side, so on the first side, the companies are very worried, and on the second side, the students are also very anxious for not getting them, for
Getting
afraid,
hired.
being afraid of
Because
getting
1/3. My son goof off on his grade, so his first year grade, he didn't know. So his first grade wasn't that good, and then he was nervous. He said, "Oh mom, my grade is so bad because they only hire 1/3, right?" And then I told him, I said, "Don't worry, because because the company is looking for a personality." And my son is really outgoing, and he got it. He got
That's a
hired.
very good personality, actually.
He got hired. And then 2/3 of his classmates did not get hired, because I think he has the worst grade probably in the whole class. Because he didn't know that kind of procedure, and nobody know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So he just kind of stumbled into it, and then when the time comes, he said, "Mom, what do I do?" I said, "Just show the best side of you.
Yeah.
You know that you can win for the you can win for the company, you can bring clients for the company because of who you are." And I do have a lot of resources as well. So, but he got it. And then, but then again, they're stressing, all the pay. They're so busy, working so hard, both of them. Don't even have time to know. They don't even know. If you ask, ask the colleague, ask any American, just say, do you know how much you actually take home? What is the percentage you pay in taxes of your paycheck? I think we'll be surprised. Not many people know. Then they'll understand, and it's your personal property, it's your rights. But the government took it without your consent. That's another violation of Constitution. But people just live.
They're used to it.
Yeah. They don't even think about it. And then that's why they say, I saw the news, it's kind of biased because that's why the media is pretty biased. They were saying that, what was the news today that I read? It was but I know one of them is that they say the Trump's plan, the tax cut is gonna create more deficit. That is not true. That is not true. I mean, if you're an economist, because if you know how to cut the government budget, if you give a business owner a number, and then you tell them what you wanted to do, the government that we hire them, not to take our money, and tell them you cannot take the people's money. But right now I'm doing 10% flat tax, but I'm not punishing the hardworking people because I want to encourage the hardworking people to earn more, because the more you earn, actually you pay more already, with a 10%. For example, $1 million earlier we talked about, right? If you earn $1 million and then we only tax you 10%, that's just the federal. It doesn't come into the state tax. And some of the state with no tax. And if all the states are no tax and doing so well, why isn't the federal government follow that kind of footstep? It's already happened. I believe Florida, there's no income tax. And there's 9 states, I have to study that. 9 states have no income tax. So, but if the state can do that, why isn't the federal do that, right? And then the federal, because if you give me the budget, and then I can see, we don't need such a big government. The example I give you, like the city, each city council, not only they get paid $170,000 above, plus the incentive a month, that they get nothing done. The potholes there, today you can take photos, and then the homeless are there. They can say they did a lot of work, they solve a lot of problems. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like when you have a cancer, because I see my district, the Webburn, City Council Webburn, on his flyer, he say, I fill 5,400 something pothole. I don't care what number you give me, I'm still driving through the pothole. What are you talking about? I still see homeless. And you've been in the office, 4 years already? What happened? What happened? It's simple as that. And then, when if you give a budget to, that's why I like Elon Musk, when he said he formed a budget commission, the budget commission, I love it, because then he can pretty much see the number, and then where the money coming from, and where the money goes. and then where money goes, anything that is not solving the problem, they should go.
Mm-hmm.
They should go.
Yeah.
The
It's also
taxpayer.
what he's doing to Twitter.
And then everything have a timeline.
Yeah.
Because while you're in office in this time, in first year, if you don't get this done,
You should be fired.
you should be fired or you should be resigned.
Yeah.
You know, better yet, resigned.
Yeah.
And then we should have our people, you know, vote immediately. The people select the business owner. Any successful business owner can run.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy. You know, for the job city council, it's not that hard. It's not what people think.
I think we need some kind of a reform for the current city council or the government right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's where the opportunity is. That's where all the, you know, business people be creative. You know, how do we solve the pothole problem in the fastest, most efficient, at the same time, it's nicely done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, then people can mobilize all the people. And then when you talk about the homeless, 85% of the homeless, why? Because they have mental problems, so they become an addict. But if you have a city, we have a lot of low-income children. If we pair them, if we build a community, a homeless community, which is, it takes me with a 3D printing, after all the permitting, I can print the tiny home, 10 tiny home per machine, and we have 36 of them here. Right now. Are they doing? I sent the proposal to the mayor 2 years ago. No answer. Is the homeless still there? When the homeless have a roof, and don't give them so much rule, because they're adults. You guide them. Give them a purpose of life, and then partner each homeless with a kid that they're gonna change the kid's life. Now that they, you know, whatever their life, what happened to them, why they become homeless, they have to teach a kid not to be like them. They meet once a month. And then all this kid will stay out of poverty, not like their parents. And then they're gonna not waste their time on nonsense video games, music, or anything that is not gonna help them. So I solved three problems by building having a home. I don't call shelter.
Yeah.
Because in Chinese,
It's negative, isn't it? Shelter gives people a feeling that it's negative, or like if I'm a homeless, if I were homeless, I feel I was living in a shelter, I still feel that I was kind of being discriminated.
Yeah, you don't label them.
Yeah.
So you just say, now you have a home, but you should become a new person now that you have your own home. What are you gonna do in your life? Because if you're not handicapped, you can help me clean up the community. You have a job to live in your beautiful home, right? And then if you're a very good cook, you have another person that doesn't know how to cook, buy food from you. And that person earn money by cleaning the bathroom, cleaning this facility, cleaning your house.
So it's like a complex where it can
self-sufficient.
Yeah, self-sufficient.
And then they grow organic food, and we teach them how to market it.
Oh, that's a very good idea, actually.
Absolutely. We have the solution, but nobody take it.
Yeah. Or what kind of problem do you think it is for the government?
Bureaucracy, government, stupid government.
Okay, stupid government. Okay.
Yeah, because like Elon Musk, if Elon Musk wants to do something, he just do it.
Yeah. But a lot of times in politics, it's not working like that.
Yeah.
Just like the railway or something.
It will be very funny because the reason I run for the city council, it's not that difficult because I just have to make this San Diego a great city and maintain it great and attract all the people coming to San Diego. Because we have the best weather, we have the best of a lot of landmark and best tourism. If we just do that, focusing on that, and then we have the tourism company, the department to handle that. And then we also set a goal for them. If you cannot, if the person that is in charge of that department, tourism, if San Diego is not, the hotels are not booked fully, then they didn't do a good job. Because it's only the world is so big, and we have the greatest convention center, and we have the Panda. What reason make people don't want to come? You didn't do a good job telling the stories. Then you should be fired. None of the people should be in the job if they cannot improve setting a milestone, including the government. What do you think?
Yeah.
But the future is yours. You see what I mean? So it is for the youth and for the people that wanted to live in a nice society. The solution is there, but nobody is taking the action, implement. And that goes back to earlier you asked me a question, how to become successful. It's very simple. You take the initiative and then you run with it. So today we have a lot of job we created, or business we created. The homeless, solving the homeless, fixing the pothole, right? If people want to, then you start inventing the thing that it's kind of like the nail, when people pave stick the nail. So we can invent something that is we have a lot of, it's called construction waste. We take the construction waste, like the 3D printing, that's what we use. 85% is construction waste, plus the special ingredient, the magic stone, and all this ingredient mixed together, and then they print the home. So why can't we use that to patch all the potholes? It's solid, it's 3 times stronger than the normal cement. Why can't we do that? Forget about the bidding. That's BS. You just make it harder for people to make their life better. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then he told me, he said, you have to find a sweet spot. There's no such a thing sweet spot. Do you understand? Because there's a half group of people will for it, and then half group of the people not for it. Because I asked him, why is it taking so long, right? And then the funding, we do have the funding from the government federal grant, but it takes too long, he said. Then why can't we just make it a business and let the citizen to take care of it? Because we have a lot of donation, we have a lot of tax money here. Also, if you allocate it, for the city council, tell me why you need 8 people helping you when we hire you $170,000 to do the job. Why you need that many? If you fix the problem, there's no problem coming to you. Tell me the problem on using AI for people to put all their complaints on the website public, and then use the AI to analyze to prioritize the most complaint. We take 1 month's time to fix it. Where's your time goes? The computer does it all for you.
Yeah, I kind of suppose or like assume, because I haven't experienced any of the running of the politics. I just kind of assume that maybe they, for example, the mayor is actually very busy. That he is busy with those programmatically correct but actually pointless activities. For example,
that's why I said the AI create the AI, show the problem of San Diego, and then also have another AI to invite all the ideas, the leaders, to have solution for all the problems. No brainer. They can say all very busy, like you said, pointless. Because I don't see the solution. The two biggest problem, the most embarrassing moment, because I have a lot of guests here, right? They say 3 years ago, there's not many store closed. They told me, one of the guests told me, there's a lot of stores closed, you know, in downtown that they want to go, and the restaurants, because too many homeless. And then I have a friend last year, have an interview because she's interning as a architect firm in downtown. I drove there, the whole outside, it's homeless. So I say, whoever come to pick you up, don't take Uber and don't walk out of this building by yourself at night. You know, when you're working, you need a chaperone. It was that dangerous. So that was tragic. And where are the homeless, and what are they doing? You know, they go to the shelters, and are they better? You know, are they become homeowner now? If not, what happened?
Sounds problematic.
But there's a solution.
Yeah.
It's out there, but nobody implemented it. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to change it.
Yes. So any questions? Do you what's your takeaway today?
Wow,
if anything.
I actually had a lot, I think. From the personal side, I think, like, from one perspective, I can say it's a transformation from the like what the Chinese culture is trying to form you to be, to a more American style, or a more personal centered style. I think that's actually more actually better for personal development when you are being a confident person, and you never set boundaries for your own life, for a career, and take initiative and try to implement,
and
act.
have the audacity to, you know, brave enough to do it.
Yeah, I think bravery is actually not that easy as we are talking about it. Like, everyone
it's
can
very
say,
easy. That's why I have
yeah.
no fear, because when I came here, I didn't speak a word of
Yeah.
English, other than I love Chen and Mao, because I learned that when we welcome Nixon.
So you guys all learned English.
Yeah, the
You all
whole
learned
school,
that
everybody, I
sentence.
love Chen and Mao, I love Chen and Mao. Welcome, 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 welcome. I love Chen and Mao. Oh, another one actually. Long live Chen and Mao.
Yeah.
That's what the school taught us. Long live Chen and Mao.
Back in that era.
Yeah. And other than that, and then I have no connection. I mean, no network, and I didn't know about America at all. Nothing. And I was very lucky because the ambassador in Spain, my uncle had a restaurant, so he brought us from China to Spain to work for him, but he never paid my mom, so my mom left, and then after a few more months, my mom thought that we pay him, so we left my uncle too. So I worked at another restaurant at age 15, because back then my uncle said, you don't need education, because one of his dishwasher is doing PhD from Taiwan. He's doing the dishes. He said, look at the PhD student doing my dishes. You don't want to be like that. So once you're 18, you marry, his friends' kids, then you're done. So no school. That's why I said no education, So I worked there for 2 years, and then I met a lot of Spanish customers, and they told me, they say, because I asked them, I say, what can I do to be someone that I can change lives in Spain? They say, no, you can't do nothing, because you only, for Chinese immigrant, it's restaurant, laundry, supermarket, that's your business. Just be good at that.
I got it.
Yeah. And then I say, okay, because I always want to be different.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
a very
say,
good spirit. You always want to be different.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
I always want to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
different because I refuse to live a normal life, and including now, my son yesterday asked me, when I told him about the project, the $3 million worth $6 million, I said I want to do that, and my son said, Mom, no, don't do it. You should retire, because I say I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna take care of the granddaughter, because it's not like it's taking all my time, but it's one of my dreams that I can dance with all my dreams in that property. Make it a Panda, everything Panda, and then I will have the best chefs cooking, different chef from the world cooking every day, different days. That I will be the first customer. I'll be the customer eating all this delicious homemade food in a legit restaurant that I created. You see what I mean? So that's why I say I see something is very, very valuable to me, an opportunity for me to dance. So my son said, no, you should just rest. And I said, no. By me doing all these fun things, I'm happy.
Yeah.
If I don't change your life, like today, Saturday, I could be walking with a lot of my friends, they're retired, very successful business people. I can walk with them tomorrow. But today, every last Saturday, I dedicated to inspire the world, to think differently, and to make life, to change their life, make their life happy and joyful.
And that's also a very, very meaningful idea. Maybe also like comparable to working with those successful persons, because you're not only influencing yourself, but actually influencing.
It makes me happy because I look forward to today, and then next month I'll look forward to, if nobody comes, we can do WeChat from China, and I can still help you, and then you can bring your classmates, and then let them know that have a dream. You tell me your dreams, I'll help you fulfill it. Because in this house, I make so many people's dream come true. 2 years ago, my other goddaughter, I have a lot of goddaughters and godsons. She came here and she wanted to be the princess of House China. And then I asked her, I say, what are you good at? I say, sure, you can be a princess, but what are you good at? She said, I love singing. And then I say, sing for me. She sang absolutely beautiful. Then I say, Eva, what do you want to be? What's your dream? See, this 9-year-old, she knows. She said, I want to have my own concert, and I want to sing at the Padres, the Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
2 dreams, right?
Yeah.
So last year, October, at the Organ Pavilion, if you go to the ballpark today, it's a walking distance. The Organ Pavilion, that's the one and only in the whole world, the biggest outdoor organ in the world, with 5,000 pipes. Small like this, the big one like, poles right there. Before the pandemic, you can go watch it. And they'll open the whole thing, you can see the back. But now, every Sunday at 2 p.m., it's a free concert to the world. And we hire the best organist to play for an hour. Because this is why this neighborhood is called Bankers Hill, because all the bankers that developed the whole San Diego, they live here. Yeah. And they created the Balboa Park to attract people from the world. And that's why it's the biggest city park in the whole country. And we have 18 museums. Some of them are free. Like the one in Lily Pond, it's called Lily Pond, between the 2 fountains. It's all walking distance, you can walk. Today, in between you'll see the Lily Pond, and then you go to the Lily Pond if you're going this way, it's on your left side. That's a free museum. It's beautiful inside. That's free. And then you have and then you walk to the other fountain, you can go to the rose garden and the cactus garden. It's very beautiful. And then before after that you just come back, and this is to the zoo. But before to the zoo, just come back to the between the two fountains.
Yeah.
You walk to, it's called Historical Museum. It's right here by the fountain, another big fountain, towards the garden. Right there, you walk inside. It's the Spanish art garden. I think you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's called Spanish Village, I believe. It's all walking distance.
Thank you so much for informing. I didn't know any about
You must go because it's beautiful. And then
is this city actually kind of influenced by Spanish culture because it's close to Mexico?
It was Mexico before.
Oh, yeah.
The whole California.
Yeah, the whole
And then
California.
if you have time, you can go to the old town, and then it will show you the mission. Because a lot of Spanish missionary. That's why it's influenced by the missionary.
Okay.
Spanish missionary.
Is it also Christian or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
A different
Branch of
different religion, but they all believe,
in God.
in God.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but they all want to make people life better.
Yeah. They
So
all have a
you-
good hope.
Yes. So you'll see that, and then make sure you go to the old town, and then the old town is in the 800s, the living. You'll see it. Go to the museum.
Okay.
And then the first school, one room, still there
Okay.
in San Diego.
Wow. Seems like a lot of things to watch today. I think I'm just going out
Yes.
for the lunch and then maybe take a walk around.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then